Today we're in Wesson, Mississippi. It's a town between Hazelhurst and Brookhaven, and we're going to the Mill Town Mall antique store and flea market where we can go toy hunting to see what we can find. Hey everyone, my name's Chris. I'm a full-time beauty pageant director as my career, but in my spare time, I'm a huge toy collector. I've been collecting toys now for over 40 years. You can officially call me a toyaholic. Thanks so much for checking out my YouTube channel. My channel consists mainly of two things: beauty pageants, which I love, and toys, which I love even more. My goal now is to move my massive toy collection to a building and call it Mississippi's Totally Awesome Toy Museum and make it open to the public. I want to make it a tourist attraction for our state. So now I'm just going to make a ton of videos and value my toy collection, and then I'm going to make some where I take you shopping with me to thrift stores and flea markets and toy stores to let you see where I find all these goodies. Now, I met the owner of the Mill Town Mall at an estate sale she was running. Her name's Melissa. She's the nicest lady ever, and she invited me to come to her flea market and look around, and she was telling me about some vintage castles they got. They're called story castles, and they were from the mall where you could talk to different princesses and hear stories for a quarter. And she was telling me they got a whole bunch of them in, and she would sell me one for $50 since I have the toy museum. Most people get them for $100, but she was trying to give me a break because she knew how I collected toys and how many I've bought from the estate sale. Now, I've been by this flea market 100 times throughout my life, and I've never stopped at it for some reason, so I'm pretty excited to come in here and see what it's all about. Now, since I'm a huge toy collector, when I go to a flea market, of course I'm always looking for toys. I found these figures, these Marvel figures in the back. They were all priced like $2 and $3 each, Transformers. So I did pick up a couple of these. I'm going to show you everything I got at the end of the video and show you what I paid for and how much it's actually worth. And then right at the end of the Marvel figures, I saw this huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figure for just $3. So I'm definitely going to get him. Now, personally, I would love to go to a flea market any day of the week over like a current store like Walmart, Target that has toys, because you never know what you're going to find at the flea market. Sometimes you find those vintage treasures from yesterday that you forgot about. This one even had one of the cool castles on the inside that I'm definitely getting a castle before I leave. Now, this little shelf had a little hippie Mickey Mouse. I might get him, I'm not sure. It's a football for $2. That's a pretty good deal. Some old albums, just a little bit of everything. But that's what I love about going to a flea market. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed looking around the flea market, and right when I thought I couldn't find any more stuff, they told me there was an upstairs. So let's go upstairs and see what all they have. I love the old staircase. They told me this building was made in the 1800s, and it's one of the first buildings in part of the United States that received electricity. That this building actually got electricity before they did in New York. Now, when you go to a flea markets usually consist of several different vendors. So each vendor has different prices. Sometimes vendors mark their things really low because they want to get rid of it. They want to move it out to put new inventory in their booth. And then sometimes they're really proud of it and they'll price it for a lot. So you just have to kind of look around and find those deals and pick the things you want. I don't know why I love this cat picture so much, but I videotaped him. He's so cute, but I did not get him. I started to, but I did not. Right here you have a Bradley doll, the doll in the green dress. I do collect these in the toy museum because they remind me of my mom back in the 70s, and she had some of these, and I usually pick them up. This one was $15, and that is probably what she's worth, but I like to get them a little bit cheaper than that. Now, this right here was pretty creative. It was wind chimes and different pieces of art that people had created, like upcycled things, and I really like it when people do that. Now, these are the type of vendor booths I'm really attracted to that have old toys, and this particular booth had toys priced at a really good price, so I did pick up a couple things out of this booth. Now this booth had these vintage pictures I really loved. I did not get these, but I was so tempted to. I'm usually drawn to anything 70s, like these little girls. And this next thing coming up is Electrosol 10 from like dishwashing tablets of Elroy Jetson. And that was $2. And I ended up having to get the whole set off eBay for $60. So thank you, 10. That cost me $2. That ended up costing me $60 later. I love it when vendors have these display cases just full of little tiny items you can get. They're usually locked and you have to get a key to pick out something you want. But the vendors call these items smalls. But I didn't buy anything out of this case, but I certainly enjoyed looking through it. I'm also usually a sucker for old vintage jewelry. Those old rhinestone pieces always grab my attention. And I thought these were pretty cool. They're old Alka-Seltzer stands where you could get the individual tablets out of. Those are pretty cool. You don't see that every day, only at a flea market. And then Mr. Peanut from Planters, I really like this. It was about $22, but I didn't get it, but I was tempted. And then this booth has some cool things, a little Grandpa Bragg book and a Sesame Street lunchbox and a Mickey Mouse Viewmaster, all kinds of goodies. Then when you went to the back of the flea market on the first level, there were a lot of very beautiful booths. Like, I guess they were ladies that had the booths, but they really set them up pretty with flowers and pastel colors, and it's just very nice. It was kind of like a chic flea market area. Then the last thing I filmed were these little collectible teddy bear figures, super cute. They were only like $6 or $8. They were a really good deal, but I didn't get those as well. Alright, well I got back home, so let's see everything I bought, and I'll tell you what I paid for it and what it's worth. First, we got Wendy from Bob the Builder. I paid $1 for her, and she's worth $10 on eBay. She was a pretty good find. All right, next up, we have these three, I believe they're Marvel figures. They're like the 11, 12-inch figures. And I got 3 of these, and they were only $3 each. And I value these at least $6 each. And then I did pick up that super cute Grandpa's Bragg book. It was only $2, and this is from the 50s or 60s, never used, and it's probably worth at least $4, but I just had to pick that up. I thought that was pretty cute, and to be in such good condition, definitely a keeper. Then I got this little doll with the eyes that open and close for 50 cents, and she's worth about $2. Let's see what else we got here. I got these little Wonder Woman glasses for 10 cents. I figure they're worth about $1. No big score there, but how can you pass it up for just 10 cents? And then I did pick up the large Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle for $3, and I figure he's worth at least $10. He's about 10 inches tall. He's pretty large. Then I got this cool little napkin holder from the Bicentennial in 1976 for just $1, still wrapped with all the packaging. It's worth at least $5. I got this groovy little chair I'm going to put a mermaid doll in that won't stand up by herself. She looks like a mermaid chair. It was $5, and figure it's worth probably $8, but I've never seen one like it, and it's perfect for what I need it for. Then I got this little Raggedy Ann and Andy Playmobil for a baby's crib for just $10. It's from 1976, still in the box, and it's worth about $20. Then I got this little green Crown Royal liquor bottle bag for $1. I just picked it up because I've never seen a green one, and it's probably worth $1. Got this Velma figure from Scooby-Doo from 1999. She was priced $5, and she's worth about $10. And then, let's see, I just got a McDonald's toy. It was $1. It's probably worth $1. I got the Transformer. He was $2, and he's probably worth about $5. He would be worth more, but he's missing the cover for the battery pack in the back, so probably $5. Then I got Dave's Mom's Cookbook for $3, and it's worth about $6, but I usually pick up things like that with celebrity pictures on it because they're usually worth more. Then that Electrosol can I got for $2, worth about $10, but I just couldn't stand not having the whole set, so I did have to go on eBay and buy the whole set, and it was $60 for the set, so that was, again, $10 a tin. Let's see what else we got. We got this ceramic Pillsbury Doughboy. He's pretty large. He was $15. He has a little backpack and his hat, but he's worth about $25 on eBay. And I do collect these little statues from the late 60s and early 70s. They're called Paula statues. A lot of them are dated 1972, but I've never seen one in a boat like that. He was $5, and he's probably worth about $8, but he'll be a nice addition to my collection. Next, I got a Sesame Street lunchbox in decent condition. It didn't have the thermos, but it was only $7.50, and it's a metal lunchbox, and it's worth at least $20, so that was a pretty good find. And then I got this Donald Trump Apprentice game. It was $10, worth about $16. Alright, and then when I went down there for the castle, I ended up going back a second time and bought 2 castles, and they were $50 each, so I spent $100 for 2. And I talked to Melissa, the owner, about what we think they're worth, and she saw them on Pickers, and they paid $800 for one. So I think a realistic value, I'm going to value the 2 I got at $350 each. So that's a huge profit right there. And I've already found a couple of the replacement phones online that I'm going to buy to put on the castle to complete it. So we took them to the toy house, and we took them outside and pressure washed them, and they became all shiny and glittery again and looked like they were brand new from 1977. So I had a real fun day down in Wesson. I spent a total of $183, and when we value everything, it comes up to be $880 because of those castles. So that's a big old profit of $697. Well, I hope you enjoyed our video today. It's from a series we're making on YouTube called Value in My Toy Collection. If you did enjoy it, just hit subscribe. We're going to make tons of other videos showing you the toys we find and part of my toy collection. So thank you so much for watching.